Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can you share your experience as a parent aide?
Sure. I started doing parent aiding in this school 8 years ago, right? So parent aiding starts with taking kind of baby steps and also doing this kind of class that's called mat training. So for 6 weeks, very long sessions, you actually really practice a lot of what ifs and really internalize the way that you want to approach the kids. But the actual learning as a parent aide, at the end of that class, that learning actually only starts, right? And you actually start by engaging with the kids. And so initially it can be overwhelming, right? Certainly looked at more veteran parents myself when I started on how they're doing everything like that. And you might find it hard, right? But you actually, over time, forming a connection and internalizing for yourself and the kids together. What is the system? What's the process, right? How do they follow agreements? Why are agreements important? How do you actually get, in my case, a set of 12 kids to all operate together and follow instructions, and for this to not fall apart is kind of a chaos, right? And it's a journey, right? And I think my first year in kinder, initially I was feeling like I'm failing and it's hard. But after some time I kind of noticed I'm actually forming a connection, and 4 months in, it just works. It clicked.
Yes.
And my takeaway from that first year, is with me for all the years afterwards, right? It's that kind of confidence that it's hard in the beginning, but you form the connection. You get to be part of their education, right? And you bring your own style to it, right? I will also say, the experience myself I have as a parent aide, I think it made me a better parent, actually, right? Influence a bit on how I'm actually interacting with my kids outside of the school environment, how I'm actually thinking generally about how to interact with kids, of speaking to them at their level on the one hand, and not to kind of necessarily command them, but actually form that agreement and approach to how do we actually collaborate together. And I think it's wonderful, right? The kids here get to experience parents really from day one. Before McAuliffe, I wasn't a parent aide. I didn't actually see my kids, how they interact with others, and what they're doing well, and how they're thriving or not thriving in the school environment. And this is another magic of being part of the school, actually during the school time.
It is. How is the collaboration with other parents be?
Yeah, so first of all, I think, that's what I think is special about McAuliffe to me, right, in a big way also. Even the parents, you're here for a reason, right? A lot of the parents here basically choose this school for the same reasons that we chose.
Yes.
And that same kind of shared set of values, right? And the fact that the school, in a big way, is also run by the parents. It's like the parent faculty group, and they kind of manage the budget and the programs and the planning for field trips and things like that. And all of that is kind of magical. It's organized by parents, and I get to be part of this community. And as much as I can actually contribute, right? And in the early days, I really leveraged veteran parents, or especially when I was switching roles, I'm aiding in PE, and then next time aiding in kind of a singing class or aiding in something else. And I kind of get to how are we doing that? And I'm learning as I go from other parents and things like that. A lot of the roles are very interesting and collaborative between the parents. And now that I'm actually a veteran parent aide, I kind of a little bit feel like my responsibility is a bit more like the new parents such as yourself. I want to kind of try to show you what I think I got out of this to help you kind of take steps on that magical journey, basically.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really learned a lot and inspire a lot every time aid in the same slot with you and other parents. And it's so inspiring. It's an amazing journey for me. Thank you. Why McAuliffe is special to you?
So in the beginning, it was just mostly we weren't sold on the public schools, and we wanted to try something else. After some time, I really feel like it's kind of a bit like a second family, right? This school is special, right? I've seen parents here who are themselves veteran parent aides, and they actually were themselves 20 and 30 years ago students in this school, and you can actually see that students are thriving afterwards. And a lot of stuff in life, how much you invest in it is correlated with how much you get out of it. This school has a lot of places for parents to be involved and to contribute and to care about what they're doing, right? Middle school has electives, and you can show up and come up with your own ideas what you want to teach. There's creative X, a lot of field trips.
Yes.
Just like, I think it's kind of really fun for my kids to be students in this school,
Yes.
and for me to really be close in that journey with a
Mm.
set of like a large community of other parents.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great answers. Really
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Absolutely.